got us a Felter over for the team one as a Paladin, looking all green. I like that look. We got ourselves, looks like Lad's gonna be first up as an Evoker, and looks like already jumping into Diabolicals. Dio going for a big board. I like how he kind of like hoopy-looped himself a little bit across the bridge there. Lad got himself big master cooldowns rolling in. Cannot really be stopped with normal CC. Big breath damage to Diabolicals, burning right through those shields. When the disintegrates actually could be dead for Diabolicals. Mad damage, mad burst. Does he take him? It's going to be mad heal for Diabolicals together with a deep breath for Lad. Interrupting him on the Tyrant. May just have him here. Big access to the Lad. The pets may do the work here. My God, these pets are just brutal. Oh my God, I think at the end, it was literally a little impy boy. Just get himself a big old hit at the end. My goodness, Stone gonna be up next as a Retribution Paladin charging out towards Diabolical's big hammer hanging over his head. Man's got himself that big old demonic armor around him. Is it enough to live it? May just go down. Oh, he does live it. There goes the full Tyrant. Stone, try to see if he can change to him, but there's nothing Dia can do at the end. Just your burn. Oh, his mobility. That was so close for Lance, man. The Evoker almost had him too. So close. Beastly versus Stone this time around from one Demonology Warlock into the next. Who's going to end up winning this one? As Stone trying to see if he can find himself an angle, dodging a couple of those demon dogs, but that's going to be an Axos that he can't really dodge. Big Tyrant burst up above. Actually got himself a perfect firing squad up here with Imps and Tyrant. It's going to be a bubble out of Stone. Just trying to see if he can back up out of there entirely. Tyrant trying to reposition. Maybe he can get himself a better angle. Bubble is going to be waiting off in a bit here. The Fel guards are just ripping right through his Stone, just not really giving him much opportunity. He's going for Word of Glories. He's trying to heal himself as much as humanly possible, but he's very limited on how much healing he can really do, unless he really could just go behind the pillar and just really top himself off fully. Dark Pact available for Beastly. Stone trying to see if he can end the Warlock before he could really get himself started. Blind all these pets is going to be able to break the blind with the damage. I like how the blind can no longer be not broken by holy damage. They made it super like normal blind ability. I think that might actually be healthy. Imagine if they could do that blind stun combo with the new buffs that they've gotten. I guess new buffs plus the nerfs they've seen. Or nerfs, quote unquote. Gonna be a big Shadow Fury by the Warlock Stone running out with the Fury. Not much you can really do about it in this situation. Just goes behind the pillar, catching up in a little bit, trying to mount up, but I think if you're too close to the ramp, it actually doesn't let you. Beastly got himself a pretty decent position. Big hammer, but he's separated from the pet. There goes the Axos from downtown. Stone got himself, I think, a little bit of a stun reduction. Did use Blessing of Sanctify. I think it's Sanctify in order to reduce some of the value of the stuns. While up for Beastly, hammer doesn't really do as much damage as someone was hoping for. Does get the interrupt on the fire damage actually, so Beastly can summon up all the pets still, because the summoning Vilepin is just a fire cast, not even a Shadow Flame. So you can just resummon another one. Vilepin join in. Maybe you can get more pets. Tyrant join in. Basically kind of limited on what he can really do. Does go for a Mortal Call onto Stone. Stone no longer has a big immunity. Spell Warden is out. Is going to help him. But the physical damage from all these pets is still rampant right through him. Axe toss on the Stone. Does basically have anything. It's going to go for a port. Vilepin and the Felguard are still doing damage. Finally, the Tyrant can maybe get some damage to his own. Maybe. Basically does end up getting smacked down for just a second from behind the pillar. Stone is back there, got himself at least a little bit of healing, but looks like the Paladin has been able to mostly stabilize. You're gonna have to nerf do more like a PvP with the nerf red damage, or I might have to swap lock. Honestly, if all the reds did switch lock, I'm sure they would nerf lock pretty quickly. Let's gearing alts for PvP is pretty easy now, Vara, isn't it? You can always give him a try. Stone trying to see if he can get back in there. Another hammer standing or waiting for him, but he's got to be able to get out of that stun. I think use the Blessing of Sanctify to be able to break out of a big hammer, slamming into Beastly. Does go for the lay on hands. The Stone just trying to see if he can prevent a lot of the damage he is taking as well. And it's going to be all the pets kind of surrounding the guy little by little as he got himself a little bit more line of sight as well. Chad, it can smell like a burning smell. I can't tell if it's like the AC or whatnot. I feel like it may be. I need to double check this after. It's not my PC. It just keeps bothering me. So sorry if I'm like randomly talking, commenting. I'm just like, oh, gonna be a hammer hanging over his head. I think it's over. Fear. Wait, Beastly may just be going down with a hammer. Oh, it just slams down. There's nothing you can do when you're so low. You got no defenses. The hammer is there and you can't stealth it. It is just over. With Tony going to be up next, stun right after. Stone got himself Blessing of Sanctified. Again, if any of the CC is going to be out for the Shadow Plates, he might be okay. Sober and Hustle is dumb. It is really strong, isn't it? But that's always been a thing for, at least for this expansion, hasn't it? Big hammer down onto Tony. trying to see if he can just walk away from Stone. Tuni is actually switching out, so he does have a little bit more holy healing this time around. Mad Hammer, big heal, got himself a big desperate prayer. If he's ever low, he could always go for the power word life in order to give himself a big heal. Trying to see if he can blast right through the shield of Venus. May need big heals right now. Actually, super low. May need to use that power word life immediately. Tuni, you're in trouble, but does use disperse, so they should be able to recover here. Bubble is up for Stone. Tuni, if you're ever low, does use the Void of Rachel to avoid the guy. Nice little board for the Shadow Praise. Give himself a bit more mobility. At least give himself yet another escape against the Paladin. Try to see if he can go for a Shadow Crash. Silence onto the Paladin. Maybe can make something work. There goes the Power Word Life. Getting himself a little bit of heal. A quick shield for just a second, but still maybe in trouble. Oh, he almost had Stone down to the execute range, boys. Almost so close. With Artemis going to be up next, got himself a beating stick for Stone. Paladin does not have much to really work with here. No lay on hands for a good 2 minutes, no bubble for a while. Shield event is going back up very soon. Maybe has himself the Dark Pact available at some point in the future. Artemis trying to see if he can avoid Stone, actually catch up to Stone rather, not avoid him. Stone is the one that's trying to avoid the Hunter as best as he can. Maybe wait until the next Hodge is available. Shield of Vengeance up. Definitely wants to get aggressive with Shield of Vengeance. Wings available. It's going to be laying hands for just a second for Artemis. I think remove the hammer above their head with that feign death for a minute. Charging back in towards Paladin, who got a lot of damage and a big shield that just explodes right outwards. So yeah, there's going to be a hammer. Wait, the hammer. The animation for the hammer is gone, but the hammer is still connected while he was in turtle. That is interesting. So it will still kill you. It will still potentially kill you, even if you do end up feign deathing it. It's going to be Artemis charging back in. Coordinated assault, maybe big damage, but oh, Stone just ends up eliminating it with just the pure holy strike damage, just not letting you play the game whatsoever. Is Warthros really the last one left? They got through both Warlocks, yep, Shadow Priest, and the Hunter. Wait, Stone, so far, has he just been the only one to play? No, it was the last first, and then Stone with a full 4-man sweep. Can Stone make himself a 5-man sweep here? Stony boy at the 7-minute mark. Dampening is getting kind of high. Warthros giving him as much of an opportunity as he can to give him as much of an honor duel. Walking down, never mind, I was going to say, walking in into the arena with his big old hippo mount. Stone at the ready, does a quick little bow. Warthros trying to see if he can re-engage. Big damage down onto Stone, trying to see if he can go for some damage of his own right now. Big stuff to follow. Dome down for Warthros, trying to reduce a lot of the holy damage he's taken. Maybe could grip Stone back in. Is going to be able to grip back in. Short stun, not the longest stun at all. Warthros may need to use AMS here for that shield. Does use Dark Pact instead. Dark Pact gives you a little bit of health to work with, but also puts necrotics in you. So you can't really heal, but it does give you more health to work with. Silence on the Stone for just a second while he's got himself the big grippy hand, but will need some healing right now. Could be in a lot of trouble, and Stone just cleaves right through the boy. Oh my goodness, Stone. Are you kidding me? Stone with a clean sweep of 5 people in a row. Well done, well done. That, I mean, that just says everything about Paladin. This is, again, the Paladin with the nerfs, man. The Stone played it.